Hey, you guys, listen. If you ever get any bigger than this, just remember who fed you, okay?
3, 2, 1. Contact is the secret, is the moment. When everything happens, contact is the answer, is the reason why everything happens. Contact. Let's make contact. 3, 2, 1. Contact.
Hello. Today we're going to see how living things come in all sizes.
Hey, can you see all right up there?
Oh, sure. I'm bigger than you.
Sure.
Why are we doing this today?
Guys, it's good for you. Besides, you may be adding several years onto your life by jogging.
Yeah, well, what about the years I'm spending jogging? Hi, Lisa.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Lise, how you doing?
Okay.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. I was watching some TV, but there's nothing on. So I fed the ants in the ant farm. That's about it.
You know, I've been thinking these ants are getting soft.
What? Soft.
Yeah, look at them. I mean, they're all out of shape. They shouldn't be called an ant farm. It's more like an ant hotel. I mean, people work on farms.
Oh, come on, Mark. I mean, what do you expect from them? They're just ants.
No, really, look at them. They're all sluggish and lazy. And it's our fault, too, because we feed them and give them water. Ants are supposed to be out there hustling.
Freeloaders.
No, I'm serious, Lise. I'm serious. I mean, there really are some ants that do their own farming.
Yeah, they grow their own crops.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They're called leafcutter ants, right?
These ants have found their own special place in the world. They're called leafcutter ants. They cut down leaves which they use to grow food for their young. You can see in this speeded up film that they can strip whole branches bare in one night. They have curved jaws that work like scissors. Look what they've done to this tree. You know what's amazing? They always cut the same sized pieces. Well, there's always one exception. Then they head back to their nest. Now here's where the farming comes in. They carry their leaves to the underground garden. Here the leaves are chewed up to speed up their decay. The leaves are food for the fungus, which is a kind of mushroom, like the mold that grows on old bread. The fungus the ants grow isn't found anywhere else. And it's that special fungus that the ants feed their young. That's their crop. Those ants are weeding the garden by removing any other fungus that grows on the leaves. That's the queen ant, the center of the whole colony. She's a specialist, too. She does nothing but lay eggs. 1 million in her lifetime. That's why she's so big. She's the mother of every ant in the group. And those are called larvae. They'll turn into ants. The leafcutters have a garbage dump like any colony or farm. There's a whole world in the community of the leafcutter ants, and the key to it is specialization.
Yeah, specialization and hard work.
Will you leave these guys alone? They're doing the best they can.
You're gonna have to forgive him today, Lisa. Mark's on a physical fitness kick. Unless something is running, it's gotta be flabby.
You know, Elise, speaking of physical fitness.
Were we?
Yeah, you know, I could make up a physical fitness program for you, and it would just take an hour a day.
Thanks, Mark. I get enough exercise just living.
Oh, come on, that's not enough. I mean, you gotta use your body. You gotta exert yourself. Look around you. Everywhere in nature, things are working out. I mean, if a flea can do it.
A flea?
A flea.
Step right up and see the amazing flea circus. Marvel as the magnificent mites pull chariots 100 times their own weight. Gasp at the duel of the smallest swordsman under the sun. Thrilled to the sight of the flea-powered tricycle. What a show it is.
Don't you worry, you guys. I'm not going to make you work, not even in showbiz.
Hey, I'm gonna see what's on TV, okay?
Yeah,
No,
good
no.
idea.
I mean, I told you, there's nothing on.
Why are you so jumpy, Lisa?
Not enough exercise.
No, that's not it. See, I was just watching this TV movie,
Yeah?
and it got me wondering, do you think there could ever be any such thing as huge, giant ants?
You mean huge?
Yeah.
No, it's impossible.
Why?
Well, because of where their skeletons are.
What?
Well, you know where our bones are?
Of course, inside our bodies.
Right, but insects have their skeleton on the outside of their bodies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not so strange. Have you ever eaten a lobster?
Lobsters aren't insects, Mark.
I know that. But the lobster shell is actually the lobster skeleton. It's on the outside of its body.
I never knew that.
Well, you see, a gigantic ant as big as an elephant would be impossible. Because in order to hold it up, the outside shell would be so heavy the ant couldn't move.
So then all those science fiction movies about gigantic insects, they're all just fantasy, right? I mean, that could never happen.
No way.
Good.
Don't look now, but I think it's a giant ant.
If you could make an ant the size of an elephant, it would not be like the incredible monster you see in the movies. It would be lucky if it could even move. The skinny ant legs aren't strong enough for an elephant-sized beast. That's why elephants have short, thick legs. A giant ant would need help in walking. This poor giant would suffer from lack of oxygen. Regular-sized ants do not have lungs. They don't need them. But elephant-sized ants would have no way of getting air deep inside its new elephant-sized body. An ant has its skeleton on the outside, like a shell. It would have to be a lot stronger to hold this giant together. But even with crutches, the armor plating is so heavy that it couldn't stand up.
Speaking of elephants, this is Tuss, who lives at the Bronx Zoo.
Hi, Tuss.
I'm with Dr. Liz Russo, a veterinarian who takes care of animals of all sizes here at the zoo.
How do you know how much medicine to give the elephant?
Well, it comes in this little vial, and one vial is enough for one animal.
No matter which animal it is?
Well, tetanus is a disease that's caused by a tiny germ, and this tiny germ can cause a disease in any animal, and the vaccination, or the shot, works the same way. It protects any size animal against that tiny, tiny germ. Can you get her to sit down for me?
Sit. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Where are you going to put it in?
I'm going to put it in her back leg.
Okay. You're the doctor.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Do you think that hurt, Tuss?
A little bit, but it's really a very small needle for such a large animal.
But it works.
But it works.
Right. Now, how much do the elephants eat?
300 pounds in a day. And
300 pounds?
Yeah.
What?
And the two little guys, they're eating about 150 pounds apiece a day.
How many times do you feed them?
Well, they eat all day long, so we keep hay in front of them all day long.
Yeah. How much water do they drink?
Oh, a good-sized girl like Tuss here can drink about 50 or 60 gallons a day.
How much do the elephants weigh, the big one, Tuss?
Tuss here goes about 4.5 tons.
4.5 tons. How is it? Tastes good? Do they have teeth?
Yeah, all they have is molars
Yeah, in
in
the back?
and they're very large-sized teeth that they use just for grinding up grasses.
Is this all they eat?
No, in the evenings we give them some fruits and vegetables as well, carrots and apples.
Yeah?
And then in the morning they get a breakfast treat of some grain.
Say ah.
This is our brooder room where the baby birds are taken care of by Jean. Jean, this is Lisa.
Hi. So you take care of feeding all the little birds?
Yes, I do.
Do they all eat the same thing? How do you keep track of what you're giving to each one?
Well, some birds eat meat, so we give them these baby rats.
Yeah.
And some birds eat fruit, so we cut up little pieces of banana and grape
Yeah.
and make a little fruit.
How often do you feed them?
Most of the birds get fed about every 2 hours.
So you really have to be careful with them.
Yes,
Make sure you feed them.
we constantly watch their weights.
Yeah?
Don't want them to be too little. That's almost a pound.
How big will his wingspan be when he becomes a mature condor?
Well, we hardly ever see them expand their wings fully in flight, but the wingspan gets up to about 10 feet across. The reason that we raise these birds by hand is because by taking the eggs away from the parents, this encourages the parents to lay more eggs. And since condors are endangered, which means there are very few of them left in the world, we want to make as many baby condors as we can to help increase the population.
Yeah, so that they don't become extinct.
That's right.
Come on. Maybe I'll tickle him. There you go. There you go. What are you feeling for?
I'm feeling for any kind of abnormal lumps.
He's got his tail in my pocket. Want to wrap him around my arm?
Right around your
my
neck.
neck? Oh, no. More? Still what's left? Oh, I see it. And it's right there.
Right.
Now, is this going to hurt her when you take it off?
Oh, no. In fact, we use a special saw that only cuts through the cast. If it should go through the cast and touch your skin, it won't even cut that. Now,
Is she going to stand up?
Yeah. Well, Judy will hold her, and I'll take the leash off. You can help by holding the foot for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good girl. Yes, baby.
Okay. It'll take her a while to get used to the feeling of not having that heavy weight on her leg, and then she'll start using it.
She'll start walking on all fours.
She'll start jumping on all fours.
Hey, you know why that goat will be jumping on all fours?
Wait, don't tell me, let me guess. Because it knows the value of exercise, right?
Come on, Alicia, you really ought to get in.
Why are you telling me all this? I'm not out of shape.
Look, don't take it personally, Lisa. I mean, we jogged past an alley cat before, and he starts yelling, "Hey, you, over there in the corner! Get up, get in shape, come on!"
Well, just knock it off, okay? Because you're embarrassing me. I mean,
But-
you think I was big as a whale.
But...
what? Go ahead. Tell me what you're going to say.
Nothing, just, well... Whales exercise too, you know.
Oh.
This is Hugo over here. He's our male. He's about 15 years old.
Uh-huh.
And this is Lolita. She's the female. She's about 12 years old. They're both adolescents. It's believed in the wild a killer whale can live to be 65 years. So these are still youngsters. And they're both still growing. They don't have very big teeth. Their teeth are used just to grasp their food. They don't chew with their teeth at all. It's just in the wild to rip and tear pieces, and then they swallow the pieces whole.
And digest them like that.
Right.
Yeah. He looks bigger up here.
A lot of air.
When you're this close to him, it's really scary at first. You know?
They're extremely gentle animals, just very. And they're quite aware of their size. All right, let's get the measuring tape here. There we go. See if we can get his length here.
She saw him on his back. That's what it was. Can we give him some fish?
He's grown about, about a foot. Hugo is 23 feet long and weighs about 10,000 pounds, and he's still growing. He's not fully grown yet. He's just an adolescent. A male killer whale can get to be about 30 feet long and weigh 18,000 pounds.
18,000 pounds? That's incredible.
Since we got Hugo in 1968, he's been averaging about a foot a year in growth.
A foot a year?
A foot a year, yeah.
That's a lot.
But he's very gentle, aren't you? Can I have your tongue? Nope. Swallow the fish first, right?
I heard the announcer say that his tongue alone weighs 35 pounds.
Yeah, that's an estimate, but it's a big old tongue, you can see.
It's amazing how far you've gotten in terms of being able to touch them.
Would you like to try to...
I'd love to.
To get them to jump?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if they will, but we'll give it a try.
We'll try.
All right? Okay. All right. Now, as I said, each trick that they do has its own hand signal. And the hand signal to tell them to go up and touch those balls is to take your and with a sweeping motion, bring it all the way up over your head. Fully extended. You just sweep like that. Now, you want to make sure that when you're giving a signal, you're paying attention to the animal. Right, you're going to be working with Hugo. So you want to be looking Hugo right in the eye, because that's who you're giving the signal to. You know, just look him right in the eye and give him a nice, firm signal, right? And then he hopefully will take the signal, and we'll be on our way.
Okay.
Okay?
Good enough.
So do you have the signal now?
Yep, it's a sweeping motion of the hand, just like this, and straight up. Okay. She started out real slow. I said, please, go. Come on.
Well, it's hard to get that much weight going.
Yeah, I know. It takes a little while to build up the energy just to move all that weight, you know?
Come on, Lise. I know it takes a little while to build up the energy. I'll tell you what, at least join us for the last 2 miles.
No thanks, Mark. I've already had my exercise today. Listen, you two have a great time.
Oh, why didn't you tell me you worked out today?
I forgot to.
Huh. Well, do 20 sit-ups then, all right?
Oh, sure thing, Mark.
Okay. See you guys later.
Hey, what kind of exercise did you do today?
Well, my mother made me make my bed before I left the house.
Oh, Lise. I'll see you later.
Whenever there's trouble, we're there on the double. We're the Bloodhound Gang. If you've got the crime, we've got the time. We're the Bloodhound Gang.
This goes there.
What are you studying now? To be a square knot?
A lotus flower. There. Looks more like a geranium to me.
Mr. Bloodhound left his raincoat again.
Oh, that's okay. It's not raining.
Now, that's better. Remember, we have that new disco to go to tonight. I'll get it, but only if you'll watch my new magic trick.
I'll watch.
Bloodhound Detective Agency, whenever there's trouble, we're there on the double. Mr. Bloodhound isn't here. Yeah? Madame Dubarry? Hercules? Oh, the circus. Got it. We'll be right there. Take the scissors.
What's up?
Now cut the rope right in the middle, Vicky.
Who called?
Snip, snip, snip. Come on.
What was that message, Ricardo?
Oh, something about a flea napping.
What's a flea napping?
Now watch me put the rope back together again.
Flea napping? Circus? The flea circus?
Yeah, Professor Baldini said someone stole his trained fleas.
Is this the address?
Yeah?
Well, let's go. I said I'd watch your trick, but I didn't say when.
The grand opening is closed, my sparrows.
Bloodhound Detective Agency.
Oh, who'd want to steal fleas?
Fleas? World-famous artistes. Dear Madame Dubarry, Queen of Ballerina, my dashing chariot races, and Hercules, the strongest flea in the world. My family, my loved ones.
Do you have any idea who might have burgled your artiste?
Of course, that arch scoundrel Pugs.
Who's he?
Oh, an imposter of pure ecology.
Of what?
A professor of fleas, but the man's a fraud. He couldn't train a flea to bite.
Tell us what happened exactly.
I wasn't here, but my new assistant sleeps in the back. Hank! Tell them.
Well, it had happened in the night.
Okay. Stolen last night.
Yep. I set my alarm for 9 o'clock this morning. Didn't want to oversleep on the big day. Was tuckered out, so went to bed early. 8 o'clock. Got a good 13 hours sleep.
Okay, so Professor Pugs broke in sometime between 8 last night and 9 this morning.
Quiet as a mouse, too. I'm a light sleeper.
Can you give me a description of Professor Pugs?
I never laid eyes on him. I don't bother myself with his kind of circus riffraff. An Englishman, I'm told, and wears a monocle in his eye like some bloomin' English gentleman.
Hey, Vicky, this door doesn't look Jimmy. Fresh paint. Not a mark on it.
Pugs had herself a key. Must have found it in the dustbin.
What's a dustbin?
That's what they call a trash can.
Where?
In England.
Dustbin. And that door wasn't jimmied. Something wrong about the way Hank set his clock. I have it. Professor Baldini, get ready for your grand opening. I believe the fleas are still on the premises. One of the clues is in Mr. Hank's clock. The mystery is solved.
Careful where you step. Fleas may be on the floor.
I didn't say they got loose. No one broke in here last night.
And who stole the professor's fleas?
You did.
Horse feathers.
Didn't you say you set your alarm for 9 this morning and went to bed at 8 last night?
That's right.
And you didn't hear a sound?
Not until the alarm went off at 9 this morning.
Impossible. If you set your alarm for 9 and went to bed at 8, it started ringing in 1 hour. Your alibi is a fake.
Hank!
I think his name is Professor Pugs.
What? In my own employ?
He said dustbin for trash can. That's English, isn't it? And I think his accent is phony, too.
What have you done with my circus troupe, you unspeakable rascal?
What indeed? Goodbye and farewell, you old fool.
The suitcase!
Give me
Your rope trick!
my teeth, little boy, come here.
And our teeth!
Stop him! Ah, my flea hotel. Ah, there you are, Madame du Barry. Oh, how exquisite you look. Ah, my charioteers alone. And Hercules, what a handsome devil. Almost showtime, my pets.
Today we've been looking at the great range of sizes that animals have, from tiny ants to elephants and whales that are millions of times bigger.
20. 19. Okay, I have to admit it. They got to me. I'm definitely going to have to do something about keeping in shape. 12. 11. Oh, but don't you guys worry. I'm not going to make you do any special tricks like the whales or the fleas. I'll still feed you. And 8. 7. This isn't even hard, you know? And 5. And 4. And 3, 2, 1. Contact. 321 Contact is a production of the Children's Television Workshop.